Well, hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. All right, this is the E-Flite Sportix. We're going to take it up, have a little bit of fun with it. I'm running a 2200 Turnigy 4S, and I've watched Spectrum's video on setting up 3D planes by way of 3D settings, and I've done that, and I've done that by setting up the priorities up to 180 on all control surfaces. I've also upped my expo to 50%, and all the controls are at 125%. So nothing else changed with priority or gains. I think my gains are at 40, 50, and 60. We'll go over it after the flight. Timer set for 6 minutes. I'm going to have her in AS3X the whole time, and I'm going to show you something really cool. I'm going to do some flat turns with AS3X only on, and then I'll show you how easy those flat turns are when you turn on safe or self-leveling. All right, let's take it up and have some fun. All right. Sportix is just an absolute blast of a plane to fly. Now, it's not a 3D, I mean, it can be 3D, but it's a great stepping stone to, say, the E-Flite Extra 300 or any of the other extras that are coming out. And just a great trainer for that. So if you're not ready for 3D, but you want something very aerobatic, this is a great first aerobatic plane. Right, left, up, down, right, left. All right, here we go. I'll take it straight up. Snap rolls are not a problem. All right. Inside roll there. High speed pass. It's kind of a lousy 4-point turn. Let's see if I can't improve upon that 4-point turn. Yeah, I got a whole little elevator in there too to do it right. A little bit of a stall turn there. See if we can't do that again. Oh, a stall turn. There we go. All right, now.
Time remaining 5 minutes.
I'm going to show you. I'm going to put it in safe.
Safe mode.
Okay. Hold on.
AS3X mode.
Let me get back over here where I feel good. All right. I'm going to put it in safe mode now.
Safe mode.
I'm going to start turning the plane using just rudder. And safe is holding the plane level for me, turning flat, which is really, really cool. Hey, Gabe. Look at my controls for just a second. Look at my fingers, my stick movements for just a second. See, I'm just holding rudder, but safe is holding. All right, now go back to the plane. All right, now we're going to put in AS3X.
AS3X mode.
I'm going to try to do the same thing.
Time remaining 4 minutes.
Not quite as easy to hold it flat while I'm having to coordinate my turns with elevator and aileron to keep my wings level and my elevator to keep my nose up. All right, enough of that. I know it's up high, but anytime you're practicing something like that, have it up 3 or 4 mistakes high. All right, that's just the way it looks. That way you got time to, altitude is your friend. You got time to figure it out. And with this being a mid-wing plane, it flies inverted just as happily as it does right side up. Back to heart, just a touch of down pressure to keep that nose up.
Remaining 3 minutes.
I'll take it straight up. All right. I can't quite. Hovering is, you can do it with this plane, but that's not a skill I'm used to. Aerobatic flying is, I'm more like a sport jet aerobatic flying. I'm falling out of the hover. And it's windy up there too. Oh well. All right, let's land it. We're gonna do a touch and go. But I want to show you something. Okay, we've been flying around. You're thinking, well, if you're a new pilot, I'd say, well, that's not stuff we would do. A little touch and go there. Let's fly around, not in safe, but the way a new pilot would fly. Okay, he's just trying to keep it near. He's got safe off for the first time. The instructor's not too far away, but he's, you know, literally flying on his own. Okay, you can fly this plane around nice and happy. Just run around the pattern, run around the field. Okay, what I like to do when I help to teach people to fly is I say what you do is have an imaginary coffee table. Okay, and you want to, let's go up the first level of the coffee table is up here. Okay, and you just want to fly around the corners of this imaginary coffee table, keeping it fixed, just holding that position, keeping the plane flying around the corners of that imaginary coffee table. Okay, and then once you're comfortable, lower. Okay, I'm going to run out of battery. Then lower down a level and fly around the corners of that coffee table a little bit lower. Okay, and then you finally get to where you're flying just 4 or 5 feet off the ground and you're comfortable. Remember, altitude is your friend.
Seconds.
All right.
Seconds.
Altitude is your friend. And just because this is a sport aerobatic plane doesn't mean a beginner, you know, who's got maybe 1 or 2 high wings under his belt could not enjoy this.
Prop is secured. Safe to approach.
All right. Now, this is not a smart battery that I have in there, so I can't do telemetry, but I had 15 seconds left on a 6 minutes timer. Let's go over my rates real quick that I just flew in. Okay, like I said, I got it set up for 3D. Ailerons are at, can you see the control surfaces okay? Okay, ailerons are at 125 with 50% expo. Elevator, 125, 50% expo. And rudder, 125, 50% expo. All right. Now, AS3X settings. Now the gain sensitivity is set at 0.5, not one-time gains. Okay. Gains, roll, pitch, and yaw, 40, 50, and 60. Okay. Priority, all 180 on roll, pitch, and yaw. Heading I did nothing with. Stop lock, left it at 35 on roll, pitch, and yaw. Did nothing with the release rate. And gains are at 0.5 gains. And that just seems to make the heavy aerobatic flying feel very comfortable and intuitive for me. All right. So we have 15%, 15 seconds left. Let's check our throttle cut is on. Check our battery, and I can show you battery placement. Now, I don't remember the actual numbers for the CG, But I've got, if you look, there's a fill line here with a pattern where the wing spar goes in, that little black dot. If you feel for that fill spot where the spar goes through, that little perforation hole there, or rectangular hole, that black dot, that's where the CG is. And she's actually kind of nose heavy there. So I could actually pull that battery back just a little bit. Nice strong latch. That's where I've got the 2200 Turnigy. Okay. Push, connect, easy take on and off wings. They got foam hinges with CA and hinge and reinforcement. Lights, very high vis paint scheme. Check our battery after flying, like I say, almost a full 6 minutes. 43% left, so that's just perfect. I could have flown maybe 6.5 and come back at 20. So that's not bad at all. Well, folks, that is the E-Flite Sportix. I'm an affiliate with E-Flite, but I'll put a purchase link. I don't really do much with I don't promote that many E-Flite planes anymore. I have a handful of them. But if you're interested in this one, it won't cost you any more. It will help support the channel if you're willing to buy it. And there'll be a link for it in the description of the video. It also have all the particulars and all the price points and everything about the plane, and where you can get it at. I actually got this one at Hobbytown in Brandon, Florida, on just a little trip over there. So one day we happened to walk in there, my wife doing some clothes shopping. I said, hey, let me go on Hobbytown. I walked out with a plane. That happens more often than I'm willing to admit. So y'all have a good one. My son Gabriel, thank you for filming for me today. That's the E-Flite Sportix. God bless y'all. God is good. And don't forget, folks, faith, family, and friends, and then aerobatic planes that should not intimidate you. Bye-bye.